Good evening. Let's get this show on the road. Indeed, it is episode 21 of Classic Touring Car Racing Club TV, and it is so cool to be back. Obviously, I don't do this show without my wingman, or am I? I think I mean his wingman. To be fair, let's bring out the big dog.
Hello, mate. How are we doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Really? Come on.
Yeah,
Now.
I think I'm your wingman. Really, you're the big dog, so it's got to go that way. It feels like ages, man.
It has been a while, isn't it? Silverstone seems forever ago now, doesn't it? We've had the all-comers race and all the other bits and bobs that have happened. And on Monday, it's the 1st of December, and it all starts again.
I know. So, it is mad, isn't it?
It is crazy, yeah. I must admit, you think of it's not long, really, as soon as you get past Christmas to Donington. And we can all stand there freezing cold as usual.
I know. No. I have the same thing because, of course, as you know, I'm sort of commentating virtually every weekend somewhere, and you get to this point of the year where you just go, I can't deal with 7-day working weeks for anymore, and then sort of like go into hibernation. And for a handful of weeks, I'm like, oh, relax. Other than hosting like awards nights and stuff, which we will talk about in a bit, but.
Yep.
I'll get to probably New Year, and I'm like, okay, that's enough now. I'm ready to go again.
You had the boring bit between New Year, Christmas and New Year, and then you start going to do my license and all the rest of it. And I should have really done it now, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, get that license done, mate. Get it done. Before we bring out the champions of 2025, the ones that we've been able to rustle up, and thank you to those guys for coming on. Any new bits to let people know about?
Yeah, so there's a couple of bits. Membership is open from Monday morning. We have taken a decision to reduce club membership. It was at 125 last year. We've reduced it back to the prices kind of pre-COVID, which is £99. That is kind of an early bird offer, if you like. On the 1st of February, it will go back to 125. But by that point, everyone should have been joined anyway, to be honest. But this is a little bit. We were going from the survey that we did about costs, and we're trying everywhere we can to cut costs this year, and also but not cut the experience. So membership will be one, and the link is actually live now, but the email will go out on Monday morning. But if you go on the BART website, you can do it now. Rules and regulations, they will be out in the next few weeks. We've just put the final touches to a couple of bits and bobs we've got to decide on. Couple of real key points though, which affects everybody. First of all, and this again, we're going from the survey of people's requests and gripes, or whatever way you want to put it. But so if when you start a weekend there is 3 cars in your class, you will continue to get full points all weekend, even if the other 2 cars break down and it's just you going round and round. Okay, as long as those 3 cars or more qualify, because that's how a race meeting starts, is qualifying. As far as you're concerned, it's not your fault if a car, or if my Capri packs up or whatever, so it's to try and make it fairer for people, that maybe some of the classes that are not as well as supported, and just try and sort of make it a little bit more exciting for people, so it's not running away with the championship.
Unless you've taken them out, I suppose.
I don't do things like that. Also, as well, so this was there was 2 other things actually we've added in here, which is double points will still be there. And although they were not so popular when we did it at Pembrey, and I understand why, because people kind of won the championship at Pembrey and Super Power. So what we're doing now is you can have double points, but at 1 round, and you nominate the round that you want double points at. So if you're fast at Cadwell, when you enter the race, you will tick the tick box, which isn't quite finished yet, but it's on its way, which says I want double points for this round. And again, if you start that round, if you break down, you can't change your mind. You've decided what you're doing that weekend, and that's it. Okay,
that's to play the Joker style thing, isn't it? Really?
It is. It's exactly what it is, right? It's exactly. to try and get, some people are faster at Silverstone, but they're terrible at Brands or Snet or whatever, right? And everyone's got their favourites, and we've got ones they hate. So you can have your double points when we all start the championship after you paid your £99. We've all got a joker round in our pocket that we can use once through the year. That is it. You're also allowed to have one round that is a drop score. So if you can drop one round if you wish. Well, no, you need to drop one round, sorry. But you have to have raced at that round. It's not like, I can't be bothered to race at Brands Hatch, I'll use that as my top score. You have to have raced that. There's three key things there that we're changing and just trying to spice it up a little bit. I didn't want it to be too kind of Mickey Mouse, but, certainly with the 4 points for classes, there's lots of classes that are probably not well supported, or there's cars that break down or whatever. There's a lot of attrition because they're old cars, right? They just break. So we tried to do that. There was some suggestions and recommendations from the survey, and we've implemented them. See how they go. If they don't work, we can take them back out again in 2027. That being said, the other rules and regulation changes we have, which was the boss changes, which we have got approved, which is obviously the tyres, which is free for all classes. Non-Ford engines are now allowed within Ford cars. So you can have a Honda engine in a Mark 1 Escort, etc. And the RSR space frame cars are allowed in a naturally aspirated form to run in Class S. And I'll keep going. I'll be quick as I can.
Yeah, it's all good, mate.
It's all good. It's just let me get my draft. Sorry, I got a second lot of things from Byron, so I promised him I'd read everything out. Right. We have the partner webpage on the club website, so if you have a look at that, you can see all our partners on there and the offers, etc. So please visit that. It's a new thing that Byron has implemented for us. Great guy, working very hard for the club now, has got us some offers. You saw the email with Sky Electrics and also with our friends at Silverhand. So it's always good to, if you want anything from them guys, please use the codes that I sent out. And last but certainly not least, because I know I'm shooting for everything, so we've looked at different ways of trying to give back to drivers, right? There's lots of different ways with prizes and this, and we've tried a lot of things over the last few years. What we will do is for those drivers that have attended every single race and started every race meeting, so they've followed the championship all year. The last race meeting of the year will be priced at £299, and that is at Silverstone International, which should be, to be honest, about 500 quid because it's so expensive now. We don't price it at that before I scare everybody off, but we wanted to try and offer a discount to say thank you to the people that really support the club. There is a core people that you go everywhere, and we just wanted to say thank you. So the last round for those people that have been to every race meeting, we'll get the race entry for £299.
Awesome.
And that is it. I'm done.
Other than we want to make sure we push the dinner dance 14th
that was your bit.
February.
You're the dinner dance pusher. That's
Am
it.
I? Yeah, but that makes it sounds like I'm trying to get him to come and listen to me on a microphone. It's definitely not that. Get to the. It's an awesome party. 14th of February. It's going to be a romantic awards do. Was it £75 a ticket?
Yep.
You can book that on the website, can't you?
Yeah, it's on the front of the club website. The awards night, £75 a ticket. We've done it as cheap as we possibly can to sort of cover everything, so we don't lose any money at least. We've got obviously Mr. Dawes there and a disco and all the other wonderful things. The final race of the year, the Champion of Champions, which obviously the people that are about to join us are going to be taking part in, which they've all seen. We hope there's no broken limbs. And yeah, please just come along. It'll be great. It's a great evening. It's great to see everyone. It kind of kickstarts. It bookends the old season and starts the new one all in one. Evening, doesn't it?
It really does. And a bit of advice is not just book the tickets, but get a hotel room booked as well, because they do sell out.
They do. They really do. They're very, very, And I think a few people actually last year didn't come to the awards because they couldn't get
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, so please, that's why I've kind of got it out there early this year to make sure, because there are obviously other events that happen in the hotel at the same time. There's lots of other little rooms. all sorts of weird stuff. That's all. Anyway, but yeah, that's it for me. I'll let everybody else do the talking now.
And it is, if you've never been, it's a lovely big room for the function that we'll be in. A great food that they've dished up every year, to be honest with you. And a big, long bar that is well manned. And I say that because I go to quite a few awards dues, and quite often you'll get it where it's a little bar with a couple of people and you spend half the night trying to get a blooming drink. Whereas that's one of the things that's amazing about this venue, is that it is very easy to get drinks. And there's the sort of the more relaxed bar as well, for those of us that stay up till 4 or 5 a.m. And still remember back to that first year when I phoned my wife at 4 a.m. to tell her I loved her, and found out that she didn't appreciate that. What's that all about?
I can't imagine what was up with her, to be honest.
I love it.
Now she escorts you to each one.
She does. And now you've double teamed me that my daughter will be with me as well then.
Indeed.
You're making sure I behave. Chris Collier says, assume Chris won't be dancing if not recovered from injury. Sorry, mate. The bad news is, mate, the foot is nearly recovered at last, 6.5 weeks later. So, yes, I will be dancing. The big dog dances as well, I got to tell you. There's something that... Yeah, that's something you might not have known. John Tyson, evening chaps. Evening, John. Good to hear from you, mate. Okay, I think that's all the parish notices out of the way. Any questions, drop the guys a line. But as we said, this was all about the night of 2025 champions, and I'm going to work my way through them one at a time so that we're not struggling for airtime or whatever. And we'll go with our first one. There we go, Mr. Ibbotson. I don't think it was that colour every race meet this year from memory, but it's been a struggle, but it ended up as a championship winning year. So let's bring out our pre-66 champion of 2025. Let's switch it round. Let's put you centre. James Ibbotson, evening, mate.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Actually, I've got to be honest, I should be doing this as well. There we go. A bit of applause as well. James, I made the comment there, is that I bet you find it amazing that you got the championship, considering at one point it looked like the whole season was over, didn't it?
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of people to thank for that. And I've sort of tried my best to thank everyone for that. All their help and everything, mainly Colin and Brendan Rooney, and Brendan races against me. So, they put in a lot of hours and a lot of work to sort the car out. And we managed to make it to Silverstone. I actually drove the car there, did the 2 races, and me and Brendan in the second race, I think there must have been more overtakes in that race than, like a whole F1 season. And then drove it home again afterwards. It was really good fun, and it was great to get back out and finish the season on a high. Yeah, it was good.
Big dog, no thinking about that as a new rule, by the way. Just don't think that.
No, we'll leave that one there.
That used to be. Do you remember the slick 50s?
Can we get extra points for driving the car to the circuit and back?
I think that should
they
be.
Used to offer stuff. You know what? They used to do that, didn't they, back in the day?
There were. I remember the Slick 50 championship that you had to drive them there and back, otherwise it didn't count. That was. I think it's a little bit of a slightly different world. I mean, obviously you sit there as champion of Class E, but to get that outright championship as well. I mean, you're so passionate about your race, and I think from memory. You and I were having a bit of a giggle from afar when I was in the commentary box the previous year at Cadwell Park.
Yeah.
And you went out, I think it was you were like in a guest class in a different race, weren't you? And you started from the pit lane.
Yeah. So we had 2 races that weekend. Our first one did go ahead, but we got 2 green flag laps because it rained for the first race, and I thought, I'd qualified P5 and I thought, right, we're on for a win here. And then pulling up to the grid, the clutch fork snapped. So I couldn't get a gear or anything like that. And I thought, if I try and start from my grid spot, I'm going to get rear-ended. So I waved to the marshals. They pushed me to the pit lane. and I remember waving. I could hear you on the commentary, and I waved up to you, and it was very difficult to communicate to you that yes, I am going to start the race, but obviously once everyone else has gone. So they started the race, and once the last car had gone past the end of the pit lane, I put it in first gear and turned the key, and it sort of cranked into life. And I think I finished P7 from the pit lane. I was quite happy with that, but I should have won that race. But yeah.
Joys of motorsport, isn't it? It was also one of those scary moments when I suddenly realised I can be heard occasionally by drivers in the cars, and that is a terrifying thought, I've got to tell you. I thought I got away with saying things.
No, it was all good fun.
That was fun. But this season, am I right in saying it took until, what would that have been, Pembrey, before you got... Oh no, I'm just trying to work out the points haul in Pembrey was quite significant, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did well there, but I remember the first race
second, win. So actually, up until the end of there, you were getting victories, and then into Brands Hatch, and until the fateful race.
Yes, the fourth race that didn't finish, but. I remember the first race at Donington. I could see Brendan off in the distance, and I was doing everything I could to catch him. And then he had a bit of an incident of his own, and from there, I think I took every class win up until Brands. But it was a good season. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then so you missed out the last at Brands. You missed Snetterton altogether, and then you're back for Silverstone with a win in race number 1 and a second in the other one. Brendan Rooney managed to beat you in the final race of the season.
Yeah, we were having a really good play with each other, and then the Davis Mini, they let their brother have a go in it, and he got between us on the last lap. And I didn't see the last lap board, and I didn't. Mini got between us, and that was the rest was history. Brendan managed to hold it. So, he did very well. Yeah, but,
absolutely.
He deserved that.
Always a busy grid, isn't it? The pre-66s, which I know, Stuart, that would be great news for you, but I'd imagine it has its challenges for you, James.
Yeah, I get so excited when I enter for Brands, and we've got like a 34 car grid. I just think this is fantastic. It's mega. Qualifying's busy. Trying to get a clean lap in qualifying on the Indy circuit can be challenging, but it's so much fun. It's such a good grid. 9.5 times out of 10, every driver you come across is clean. Everyone is well behaved. It is a good grid. It's getting more and more competitive every year, I find. It's changed from my first season, 2021. It's, every year it moves on quite a big step. And so as you go into winter, you've got to keep thinking, right, what am I going to do? What am I going to change? To try and keep on top of it and, stay ahead of the game. But, it's good fun.
The preparation is off the scale as well, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah, there's some seriously nice cars that come out and play with us. It's, I refuse to pay anyone to put a coat of paint on mine, but so it's normally, the least shiny car out there, but there are some lovely cars that come and join us.
Where did your love of the Imp come from then?
My dad, he used to hill climb a Davrian, and he had an Imp as his first car, and he had Imps when I was growing up. I got taken to school in the back of one and picked up from school and everything, and he drove one every day when I was a kid. So it was always going to be an Imp, and I always used to go and watch HSCC as a kid. So Adrian Oliver, that's joined us this year, and Steve Platts in their Imps, I can remember watching them when I was like 5-6 years old. So to be racing with them now is quite good. It's pretty cool, I think. So,
I'm sure they love hearing that as well.
It probably reminds them. Yeah.
Why I ought to have him, that kid.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, no.
Well, Kevin Swan says, well done, James,
Thanks,
with obviously a cheers there. Jamie Peters Ennis says, evening, boys, looking forward to a busy 2026 season, armed with the camera. Another one who's normally got a camera, Chris Collier. Congrats to all the champs for 2025. A great year to watch and capture. And there's Jason Lavender. Evening, mate. Good evening from him. Good evening from Kevin Denwood as well. Goodness me, he's not behind the wheel. Yeah, Jazz Sapra is not behind the wheel. Intersport cars will be out. All the BMWs. So there we go. Jazz will be out. I haven't seen you race enough this year, Jazz. You're normally everywhere, which is quite incredible. What's that? John Corker says, Haas Imp. What does that mean? You just... Oh, yes.
Uniform, yeah.
Sorry, John. I didn't see that in time there. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, so we got all the comments. But listen, favourite win of the year?
Do you know what? I really enjoyed Pembrey. And I was a little bit unsure. You know, I can remember loading the car up on the trailer and setting off for sunny South Wales. And when we got there, it's just like, it's really old school. It's a mega circuit. It was so much fun. And I don't know whether it was the second or the third race, but I was on like second row of the grid, and Endaf Owens in his Mini. He was in pole position. I managed to pull alongside him, and I think I might have just nosed ahead of him as we went down to the first corner. And I remember looking in the mirror and thinking, oh my word, there's like 35 cars behind me, and you all go piling into a first gear hairpin. And I remember thinking, I can't brake too early because they'll all be up the back of me. But yeah, that was probably my favourite. The last race at Pembrey was probably the most fun. I had a really good race with Piers Grange in the Mustang because second or third lap he got ahead of me, but I thought if I don't let him get too far away, sooner or later his tyres are going to melt. And 4 or 5 laps later, I reeled him back in and managed to beat him. And yeah, it's purely just I could see his car getting more and more squirmy as the race went on, and yeah, so that was really good fun. It was little versus large, and yeah, that was definitely a highlight.
So there you go, big dog racecraft right there, mate, as well.
I know. Yeah, no, it's fantastic to watch them racing, and James is very special to watch. He broke the internet a few times over the years, mainly drifting through the craners, but. Yeah, no, he's very well deserved this championship win.
Well, James Ibbotson, the 2025 Pre-66 champion. Congratulations, mate. That was an awesome job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We will see you in 2026, won't we?
Of course you will. Yep.
Good man. Correct answer. And we'll see you at the awards?
Yep, absolutely.
We'll see you then.
Romantic night.
Yeah, exactly. Legend. All right, man. I will see you there. Thanks to the Pre-66 champ. Cheers, mate. The big dog's disappeared, but doesn't matter because he's back. It goes to show it shows that it's live, isn't it? They say never work with kids animals, and you're a big dog, so we shouldn't be working with you. So there we go. Next up, we're going to move to the, obviously, chronological, the Pre-83 champion, outright as well as Class C. One of my favourite cars as well. I mean, I could say that about all of them, to be honest, but this Datsun is just incredible. Until next year, because we heard pre-show that the big dog's going to pour cement into it to try and slow it down, apparently. I'm not one to grouse or anything, Stu.
Well, I've got to do something to slow him down.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's bring out the man himself, Jonathan Corker, the Pre-83 champion of 2025.
Hi, guys.
Switch it round. Mr. Corker, how are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. I
saw Stu running off when he saw the picture of that Datsun on the screen.
Yeah, well, you always scare him. That's what it is. But congratulations on your championship. Obviously, as I say, that's Class C, but the big one being obviously the outright one. But I have to say, even in Class C, looking at how many cars were in Class C, that can't be overlooked in itself, can it?
No, it was a good field, wasn't it? I mean, I think probably the reliability helped a lot, didn't it, this year? I finally got it to finish every round, which, you know, puts a massive difference on the point tally, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Every other season I've had non-finishes, you know, and it just knocks your points away, doesn't it? And you had someone like Steve that was there every round as well, finishing. It was a tough old season to beat somebody like Steve. And I think probably part of the reason I've been a bit lucky this year, the other guys have not been quite so consistent. You know, Nick came along later in the season into the first 2 rounds. He would have been hard to beat if he'd have been at every one, I think, and had reliability. And Nick as well, obviously, you know, Nick, when he gets his reliability sorted out, will be a force to be reckoned with, won't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
No,
how long?
I mean, I had years of it, didn't I? I had 3 years
Exactly.
of non-finishes, and you realise that, you know, trying to push the boundaries is a fallacy, isn't it? You need to finish.
Yeah, to finish first you got to finish. That's the it is. Congratulations, says Jason Lavender.
Thank you very much.
Evening all from our very own Adam Moore as well. Good evening to you, mate. How long have you been driving that Datsun?
It's what it'd be 5-6 years since my first race at Mallory.
Was it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty new to racing, really. I dabbled with a bit of rallying earlier on in life, and didn't have any money, and sort of played at it. And I got talked into going racing some time ago, and that was basically that was Roger Stanford who's chickened out on tonight's night proceedings, as we've just discovered. Come on, Roger, where are you? He sort of bullied me into it, and John Everard as well, and said you need to come racing. It's much more sociable. It's and they're absolutely right. It is, you know, rally. I've just been to watch the RAC to see if I've got a rekindled fire for it, and I haven't. It was miserable, damp, and foggy, icy, and I thought, well, do you want to spend all that money to go and spend, to drive in those conditions? And you can go away with all your mates for the weekend, can't you? And have a good time. So, I haven't really looked back since then. But yeah, I'm relatively new to it. Sort of. 2019 was my first race at Mallory.
Okay.
And I didn't really finish a race for about 3 seasons. As
gosh.
you'll remember well, Stuart, you'll have driven past me on the side of the track. You know.
I remember those days.
Yeah. It was hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, either that just means that it's been in my memory a lot, this car, or was it being raced previously? I don't know either whether that's you, John, or Stu. I don't know whether you know. No,
I built it. So.
Oh, fine. Okay, that's interesting. It just means I've loved it enough that it stayed in my mind. It feels like it's longer than that.
It started a lot of races. It did quite a few qualifying sessions. It just didn't finish many. First 3 years were terrible, you know, and. I sat out for almost a whole year. It blew an expensive engine at the beginning of the year when I pushed things too far, and I learned that building engines from bespoke parts is not a good solution, really. You sit there waiting for the replacement parts all season. So more recently I built probably a little bit less powerful engine, but one that I can get the parts off the shelf.
That must make it even more rewarding then, that it's not just the racing. You've built this car.
Yeah. That's a big part of it for me. The racing's great, but I actually like the engineering side of it as well. I like choosing a car that you think. I mean, I've got a bit of a history with Datsuns, as my dad was a Datsun dealer back in the 70s. So that was the first introduction to it, really, and. I wanted a car that was a little different. and you've got to go look into that, research it, and then you've got to make it competitive when you've chosen it. So I like all that challenge.
I love the sound of that. Just quickly catching up, by the way, Stu Waite, another past champion, says evening all, evening Stu.
Evening.
Hopefully we'll see you back racing again soon, buddy. Phil Waller says, congratulations, a well-deserved win. Jared Knight says, congratulations, John. Really enjoyed seeing you in the distance. Laughing to that as well. Had a great first year and looking forward to next season. That's what I like to hear, Jared. Well done, mate.
Absolutely.
Jamie Peters says, John and all the other champions drove with absolute blinders this year. John had the best car at Brands in the heat with free aircon thanks to the lack of windscreen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was courtesy of Nick.
Was it?
Yeah, Nick's rear screen flew out and landed in my front screen.
Oh, really? I didn't know that's what happened.
Yeah, Nick Grinrod. Yeah. The Escort, the rear screen blew out and came through my front screen, and that was that.
Going to say you had aircon for the Sunday races. I
did, yeah. I mean, of course, I had to kick the rear screen out to do it, and I got a fastest lap or a lap record as a result, I believe. And so, I mean, and there's an interesting story which I probably shouldn't broadcast, but apparently that's what in the really close championships like the Citroens and things. Apparently that was a common thing, was to have a broken front screen, then kick the rear screen out, and it's better aerodynamics with the air going through the car.
Yeah.
So,
although I didn't envy it.
So apologies to everybody whose lap record I beat with that. I don't know how much was down to my driving and how much was down to aerodynamics.
I don't envy it though. We had the IndyCar 500 with obviously the Ford KAs, and there was someone that had to lose the front and rear windscreen, and it went into the night, and it was bitterly cold and everything. And I was like, I do not want to be doing that with no windscreen.
It's quite unnerving. You get a lot of buffeting, and and of course, down the start finish straight when you really need to be concentrating going into Paddock Hill, you've got a lot of buffeting, and you've sort of got to keep on it, keep concentrating to get your breaking point, because it's all seems very different.
That does sound incredible. Hunt Boy, he says, evening all. Stu Waite has chimed in again. He said, John's Datsun is my favourite pre-83 car. Fond of a Datsun after my dad had a 260Z. That's what I love. I mean, Stuart, this is one for you, really. That's one of the great things about the Classic Touring Car Racing Club, is that everybody's got something from their life that makes them drawn to one or more of the cars throughout the field, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. You talk to people and you ask the question of, why did, like John just said, why did you choose a Datsun? Everyone's got a link back. Their dad had one, their uncle had one, or the guy down the road who was cool had one, and whatever. Or there's always a story.
Not true, yeah.
but there's a lot of people in the club that are enthusiasts as well, that have got somewhere to use their classic cars, because you can't just leave and take them to Sainsbury's anymore. So there's a whole bunch of people that are very serious about their racing, and people are also finding somewhere to use their classic car, which you find quite a lot in this, certainly 66. It's brilliant, and I think that's why we have such a following on the social media, and certainly even at sort of basic club meetings, the amount of people that come to watch us.
Absolutely, no, I agree with that. John, just looking through your results. Pembrey didn't go fully to plan by the looks of it.
No, it was my first time there, and Nick is pretty quick there. It's Nick Grindrod's favourite track, so took me a while to get on his pace, really.
You did by race 3.
I think I did by race 3. Yeah. But the first 2 races were, what can I say? He was quicker.
I mean, this is all relative because you largely swept the board. Interestingly, I see the second race at Donington at the beginning of the year, though. Harry Hickton beat you.
Yeah, well, Harry's he's going to be a bit of. I mean, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with next year if he comes out for every round, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, here we go to racing driver mode. I did have a crankshaft problem at Donington. I ran a bearing, and the clutch was putting pressure on the crank all the time, and it ran the thrust bearing on the crankshaft. So you might have seen I came into the pits at the start of or the end of qualifying, I think, and the smoke pouring out the engine bay, and that was the bearing. So so I did the race with no thrust bearing really. So every time I pushed the clutch, it would stall the engine.
Wow, that's not what you want.
No, it wasn't. It slowly died off. I didn't know what it was at the time. Obviously, I'm not that talented that I can work it out by a bit of smelling the smoke or anything. But when I took it apart, that was the problem.
Hmm.
I see that stymies me, because I was about to say that's from page 17 of the Racing
Yeah,
Drivers.
I'll tell you. I'm not. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm not taking anything away from Harry. He drove a great race. He came back from a long way, didn't he? And he showed us how it was done. And he's going to be. I gather from Dave, he might be out quite a lot more rounds this time. And of course we've got the Alton Park round that we'll probably be all talking about at some point, and that's Harry's own track. So now I'm going to be in trouble there, aren't I?
Hmm.
But I know that a lot of racing drivers, and I know we've already touched on the engineering side is what floats your boat the most.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you don't win, I've interviewed post race a lot of drivers that, yes, there's that hint of disappointment, but the smile on their face and the euphoria about the quality of the race, the battle that they've just had, makes it a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have this conversation with one of our sponsors actually, who I'm currently working with, James Everard. He can't stand any of that. He just wants to win.
Oh, right.
And we regularly have this discussion, and I can't beat it out of him.
There's no interest in talking about it. He just doesn't get on with it, doesn't he?
No, I want to win by a country mile.
We got Roger who's not taking part, haven't we? Who's similar. He likes to pot every time, doesn't he? So yeah, we all do it for different reasons, I guess, don't we? So I mean, one of my favourite races was the Thruxton race, where I led for part of it and ended up finishing. I don't know. Well, you remember, Stuart, because we had a bit of a battle going into the last chicane, didn't we?
We did indeed. Yeah, you were braver than I was.
I was more annoyed than you was. I think I had a bit more red wrist than you did after leading and ending up in 4th or 5th or what it was. But it was a great race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It really was a good race. I must admit, it's one of my last very decent races. I've had a few stinkers this year. It was brilliant trying to get a run on you as I come out of church. I didn't lift. I sort of went through it absolutely flat because I could see you struggling to try and get a bit of a run on you, and you weren't having any of it.
No, I was so mad by then that I've been overtaken up the hill every single lap and fought my way back and then overtaken up the hill again. And I was a bit of red mist involved there, but apologies for that.
Doesn't sound like apologies needed.
No, but it was a great race, wasn't it? And I was happy at the end of it. I came 4th or 5th, but I was happy.
Was brilliant. Yeah, no, it really was a good race.
What 2 final questions. The first one is what's the plans with the car over the winter going into next year?
Well, I'm going to put it back together after you maybe took it apart at Silverstone, haven't I? So we took the head off at Silverstone to prove it was legal. So I don't know. It'll go back together as it was. I think I might tidy it up a little bit. I've got some people telling me I need to get the dints out of it for the if it does the BTCC round.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's proven, isn't it? You need reliability. You've got to, and it's proven it's reliable this year, so I can't see much point in changing a lot of it. It's tempting to try and sneak some more power out of it, but I don't really know what to do that. It's got to be affordable, hasn't it? You've got to be able to repair it yourself. They're the criteria that I sort of important to me. So I don't think I'll be doing much at all, really. I might try some testing and play with the suspension. I've not done that before.
Now you're going crazy. You're going crazy there, John. Love it. That means that we'll see you out next year. That's one big thing. Then last question, and you may have already touched on this already. Favourite win of the year?
Good question, really. I'm not I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to think back. I mean, Pembury was a great weekend. I mean, I suppose really to beat Nick on the final race at Pembury when, you know, it's his favourite track and I've never been there before was quite satisfying. I think it's a great. I suppose I quite like the sort of country type venues that are not all concrete and fancy buildings there, and you're camping out and
Bit nicer.
quite like the small little tracks. You know, Mallory's the same, isn't it? And Cadwell and places like that. So yeah, probably Pembury after the two, after getting one back on Nick after his two clean sweeps.
Love it. That makes absolute sense. Listen, Jonathan, massive congratulations. We've seen you at the awards, do I hope?
Of course, yeah. You just reminded me I need to go and book a hotel room.
Do it. Get it done, mate. Get it done. And I look forward to sharing a drink with you there. 2025 pre-83 champion, Jonathan Corker. Many congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Absolutely brilliant to catch up with Mr. Corker. We now move on to someone, Stu, that won 2 championships this year.
Yes, he did. He does the second race, the second championship race, which is Thunder, and he won that and all. So, not really.
I mean, it's another. I love that livery. It always stands out at me. It's amazing. So he's the pre-93 champion as well as winning Class B and the Classic Thunders, winning Class C as well as the outright. So let's bring him out. It is a double champion. 2 pieces of silver for this man. Let's have a chat to Ian Bauer. Right, let's put him in the middle. Now I'm hoping you can hear us, Ian.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh. that was the joys of going live. For those obviously you won't know, is that before we went live is that we had an intermittent issue with Ian, and I'm like, please work. It does. Ian, great to see you, mate.
Yeah, likewise.
Double champ. I mean, did you really think that you could get both of them?
Well, I missed out on Thunder by 1 point last year in 24, and the last 2 years I've just had a really unreliable car for whatever reason. So I've just had bad luck. You get seasons like that, and I think this season, I just had a really good reliable car all season, and then I think after Pembury, I was really far ahead in Thunders, so I kind of thought, I need some really bad luck, not to continue with that. And then, pre-93, went down to the last round. So I was just glad when I got that over the line. The absolute last race, I could just chill out a little bit and relax. So that was nice.
I love that notion that you're saying about, you'd had bad reliability in the past. So your way of overcoming that was enter 2 championships, 4 races at least most weekends.
I've done that probably for the last 3 4 years. No, 3 years I think.
Yeah,
I just do both because it's only an extra £125 to do a second championship.
Right.
So it's just loads of track time. Things like Brands Hatcher. When you do the Super Tour, it's quite difficult because you're doing 2 quali and 4 races per day, and then and then it was really hot, and then it was just a busy weekend, but it's good fun. I mean, I just love driving the car, so the more track time, the better, really.
Yeah, I can understand that. Just quickly, Kevin Denwood said, me and Ian had some great clean races.
Yes, yeah, Kevin, we had some good fun. We had some real good fun. We had a good one at, where was it? Silverstone, and I ran out of fuel. So I was holding him off, and then I ran out of fuel, and he come past me. But we've had some good fun all year.
Love that one. Jason Lavender, of course, is that Jason Lavender from the golf?
From our sponsor, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Evening, Jason. He says, congratulations, Ian. Lynn Bates. Hello, Lynn. She says, congratulations
thank
to
you, Lynn,
as well. How different are the two races, the pre-93s and the Classic Thunders?
Yeah, the pre-93s, I'm generally at the front of the grid, so there's a few of us that have got kind of good pace, so we're near the front, and then in Thunders, not so much, so you're kind of in the thick of it a bit more. It just depends who turns up, though. I mean, Thunders, they're both loads of fun for different reasons, I guess. I always run on the treaded tyres, although I can run on slicks and Thunders. I just for ease and admin, I just run on the treaded tyres. So things like when it rains or starts to get damp and stuff like that, it becomes quite fun.
Yeah. I must be honest and say I get exhausted at the thought of the amount of laps that you do every race weekend in that car. But you just seem hooked. You just want to be out there all the time if you can.
Yeah, I started racing quite late actually. I was in 2018, but I used to do loads of track days in cars and bikes, motorbikes. And then my friend Andy Cripps, who I used to work with, he wanted to get back into racing again, and he just suggested, why don't you race? So we went to have a look at a car and bought it, and from then I was hooked pretty much straight away. So and then just raced every year since then.
I've found as well, I've experienced with a lot of drivers that BMWs become a vortex. Once you race in a BMW, that's it. You stay in BMWs.
Yeah, I've not really driven. I mean, I've got an Ariel Atom, which is a track toy, which is loads of fun. And then I've got a Subaru Impreza, and I used to have a Caterham 7 or something similar. And I just really, really enjoy rear-wheel drive cars. But I've not. Maybe I'll go on to something a bit faster in a few years' time. But I think the BMW is great. I love racing at the club, and our little pre-93 group is, every year it gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. So, which makes it more fun. And there's quite a few guys getting new engines, lighter cars, and it's gonna get harder and harder and harder. And I think every track this year we set a lap record at every single track in pre-93s. So it's the speed and quality is just getting faster and faster and faster, which is also good fun.
And it's great fun to watch and commentate on. I got to be honest, and invariably the Beamers are just, all of them are so well prepared, and they just sound on point. You guys know how to handle them as well, and kudos to that. And the livery, I mean, the livery on that is so cool as well, isn't it?
I really like the livery. I really, really like the livery on that car.
I do. It definitely stands out. It always does. Do you get, apologies for not knowing this, but do you get involved in the mechanical side, or are you the behind the wheel kind of guy?
No. So I in the early days I tried, or did mechanics and got a grown up, as I'd call it, to have a look in between races. But I've got a busy job. I run a business, and then I've got a young family with two small kids. Harry's 3 and Hannah's 19 months. So I just don't have the time nor the skill. I do enjoy doing some of the prep work though, so I get it looked after for me. So I just rock up and drive it really. And this year's just been really good. I've just had the car's just been super reliable all season, which is great. I had a bit of bad luck at the start of the season. My ECU failed in testing, I think a couple of weeks before. So Ray West kindly put a new one in for me, which was good. That was like last minute, day before. And then Carl Davison's been looking after my car with Chris all year. So they prep it, bring it to the races, and it's just been absolutely bulletproof this year. It's not missed a beat. It's handled superbly well, and it's just it's just been really, really good. So it's just been a pleasure to race this year. I mean, you get it. I mean, when you race, you can't, even Formula One teams can't have reliable cars. So it's just, and ours are 30 years old, but this year it just seemed to all work for me, and I had a lot of luck. So you just take it when it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was a valid point. And Stu, I'd imagine you agree on this. It's lovely. We've been speaking to people that do that take the delight in working on the cars, which I'm sure, Ian, you've seen. There's lots in the Classic Touring Car Racing Club that's a big passion for them. But it's really important for people to see that doesn't preclude you from this, exclude you from coming here. Because if you're just the driver and you've got other people looking after it, come and do it. We want the cars out there, and we want people that can drive them. And yours is a great example of that, Ian. You don't need to know everything about it. Stu, I'm trying to remember. It's not. Is it? Do you do the work on the cars, or is it Mr.?
No.
It's Colin, isn't it?
No, it's Colin. Yeah, it's. But to be honest with you, I'm very much in the same boat as Ian. I literally just ran in to do this evening. I've got 2 young kids and trying to run the club and everything else. I just, and more importantly, I don't know what I'm doing. We did try and run the Capri a few years ago, well, many years ago now. And my Range Rover at the time caught fire at the roundabout off the M25, and it just all went wrong really, and so I gave up. So from now on, Colin's run the car for me, and he has done for many years now, actually.
I think that's important to see that that's doable. I mean, there are people that can run the cars that really don't want to get behind the wheel because they're not comfortable, they don't feel good enough, it terrifies them, whatever. And it's like, well, cool. The fact that yes, there are people that race and prepare, but there are people that race, and I think that's important for people to see that in the club.
No, absolutely.
The other really good thing about the club as well is that. Everyone knows that they're not going to get to Formula One or anything like that. So they're, we're just
don't tell Stu that, because he still thinks he will.
We're just good club enthusiasts, and when our cars break down, which inevitably, we have problems. Even if you run your own car, if we've got spare bits, we'll lend them to people with the same cars. Everyone always gets stuck in who is mechanical to try and help each other get out and stuff like that. So it's just really, really. Friendly, because everyone wants everybody to get out, because the more that's on the grid, it's just more fun.
It's better for everybody.
I agree. Yeah, I completely agree. Just remember, John Corker's just gone, what? No F1? Question mark, question mark, question mark. He's adamant. He's creating a Datsun F1 team, I reckon. And he also, by the way, John Corker said he's changed his mind about his favourite race win, and that was racing Charles Rainford at the Super Touring Power meet. Sorry, Nick, he says. But thank you, John, for being totally honest there, that he changed which one was his favourite. I mean, that question to you, Ian, though, must be really difficult, because you're doubling up with both the Classic and the...
This is a really, really easy one for me.
Is it?
So, at the start of the season, we was at Donington Park, and in the Thunders, I qualified 4th, which is really unusual, but someone dropped half the kitty litter on the chicane going onto the straight, so no one could qualify well. They cleaned it up, but not many people got out. So I qualified in 4th, and the weather was like dodgy. So at the start of the race, in the holding pen, I was doing my rain dance, and then I think I got to about 6 or something like that, and then the heavens started opening, and then I got all the way into 1st, and then won the race outright with probably a lap to go, and I crawled back maybe. 15, 20 seconds from the lead car in the wet. So, got the outright win in Thunders. So that was definitely my favourite race this year.
That's a brilliant race, wasn't it? That was a brilliant race. And people sort of stopped to come and watch it. They're like, Ian's winning Thunder. It was all the heavens opened. It was brilliant.
I knew it was my only opportunity. And some of the guys on slicks were going down craners really fast. And I was just fully committed and full send, so I thought my tyres are better. It's got to hold on, and then I had to go fully committed, and then I got the win. So that was definitely my best win this season.
Love it, and I was me assuming it would be a difficult question.
No.
Fair play. David Thomas Farrow says, well done on winning both the championships, mate. I look forward to getting the BMW 1 Series back out and racing with you again next year. So there we go.
Yeah.
Which also explains, we were having comments from Paige Farrow as well, saying, great championship, hoping BMW 1 Series will be out again. Great racing. So there you go. you know a rival for next year then.
Yeah, I was racing him a few times this year, and I was expecting him to come past me because he's got a lot more power on slicks, but he was having reliability problems. So I think he went out on wets and it dried up, and his tyres went to jelly, and I think he lost some power. So yeah, we've had some good fun this year. So, but when his car's on song, I don't stand much of a chance against him, I don't think.
We'll see. Are you going to do much to the car or is somebody, should I say, going to do much to the car over the winter?
I think we're going to go new bonnet, new bumper, and new wing, because we had a mild modification in the all-comers race. To the front of the car. Nothing too sinister. And maybe just maybe getting it looking a little bit nicer. I always go on the 10-meter rule. If it looks nice from 10 meters, it's good. But we might make that 5 meters next year and go with a 5-meter rule. But no, I think maybe we might try and get it a little bit lighter. But I mean, the car's been so good this year that just pretty much same again. Quite a few of the guys are either getting new engines or doing different things to get their cars faster. So I think next year is going to be an exciting year for pre-93s, definitely. So yeah, just more of the same really. Maybe a bit of weight, and then that's it really.
Fair dues. I can't say any more than that. Well, listen, massive congratulations for the double championship victory for you there.
Thank you.
Will we see you at the awards?
Hopefully, I'm looking forward to the all-comers. What is it? The Race of Champions. I'm going to bring my super fast running trainers as well. So
not that you ever take anything. You don't. It's not like you don't take anything.
Yeah. I'll bring the alpha flies and see what happens, Stu.
Everybody does take that super serious, don't they?
I think you should get a place in the race, Stu, for being the chairman. I think you should get dispensation and free race entry for that one.
I'm all right, thanks. I'll stand there with a flag with Colin. I'll be all right.
I agree with Ian on that one, but okay, I'm not going to get myself in too much trouble. Ian, many congratulations. A fantastic victory. What a mate, and we'll see you at the awards and then out on track next season.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Cheers for that, gents.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Bye-bye.
I had to do a double photo for this one because I love that photo of not just the car, but the man himself as well. Absolutely brilliant. So we and by the way, hello in the green room. I know we've now got Tim Mizzen in. Hi, Tim. I can see you back there. So we will get to chat to him after this one as well, which is lovely to see. The boss champion will be with us. But before we get to that, we've got the pre-03 champion that does relax in the paddock by the looks of it. That he looks even more relaxed than you, big dog.
I know he does. He seems it's a fantastic picture. I think it's one of Mr. Chapman's pictures, isn't it?
Very probably. It's from your website, so I knew I could use it, so it was all right. Well, let's bring him out. The champion of the pre-03, it is Dave Caie. Don't shoot the messenger, Dave. That photo was on the website. I had to use it.
Can't believe you've done that to me.
You got more clothing on tonight. That's the main thing, so that's fine. That's fine.
A little bit.
Thank you for your patience, mate. Appreciate that one. Congratulations, pre-03 champion. How does that feel?
Not really sure, to be honest. Very unexpected. First season out, and definitely a lot of learning. A lot of learning what the car does, how the grid works. I mean, it's very daunting being at Brands back in April. Sat there ready for quali, and sort of shaking in the car, thinking, bloody hell, here we go. All seemed to go well, and I kept it on the black stuff. So yeah, it's very good. Very good.
So literally, this is your first year of any racing?
Literally got my yards beginning of the year. I actually bought the car I think between Christmas and New Year last year, of Andy Abrahams that used to race with the club.
Yep.
Other than changing a few cosmetics and making the car look a bit different, I've done nothing to it. So yeah, it's been really good, really good.
Yeah, I did not know that was Andy's old car, because he had that white with the old sort of Schnitzer BMW squares on it from memory, didn't he? I can't remember now, but
It might have been his car before, I think. It might have been like 46. It was that one.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, nice turquoise. Fair shout. I mean, big dog Stu. There's a comment. Someone's first year out choosing Classic Touring Car Racing Club, and they come out as champ.
No, it's brilliant. It's great, and Dave and the guys have supported the club all season. So thank you for that. It's been lots of sort of ups and downs and bits and bobs, but it just shows that, again, as John was saying earlier, reliability. You're there at each event, you're sort of plugging away, and suddenly, before you know it, the final points come out, and you're at the top. He's just got to keep his reliability. You're not going to win the championship in the first corner of the first race, but you keep plugging away, and here we are.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got to put it up, Dave. Obviously, we've got Jason Lavender nicely saying congratulations, but Stu Waite obviously knows how to pedal a BMW. Super impressed with Dave in his first year. After caving in, Stu, I can't believe you went there, from the peer pressure to come racing with us all. So that sounds like there was other people that were trying to convince you to come and do it.
Yes, been friends with Stu for a very long time. My brother's very close friends with Stu. Sean Morris, who races in the club also, and they were all hounding me to get a license and join. So I sort of snuck off. I didn't tell anybody I was doing my license, and once I'd done it, I then phoned my brother and told him the good news, and then booked on, and here we are now. So yeah, it comes as a big surprise to win the championship.
Were you doing things like track days before or anything?
Yeah, I've done a few like track days and things over the years. Various bits and bobs. Done a bit of banger racing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, a bit of almost a sort of autographs as well. Non-contact racing, but very much so still on a banger track. But yeah, first year out in a proper race car. So yeah, still lots to learn, lots to do, and it'll be good.
That is, and I'm impressed that I'm seeing in the background that John Corker said that he never knew that about you. So good for you. He's impressed as well. Although John Corker does also say that he's bringing his studded trainers for the Racer Champions. He's taking that serious as well.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, James Ibbotson says he's going to sub in Colin Rooney for the Racer Champions. Is that allowed? Is that allowed, Chairman?
No subs. There's no subs at all.
Although I do like the idea of seeing Mr. Rooney doing it. That does fill me with a few chuckles. I like to see that. But yeah, that'll be good. Dave, I mean, the interesting one then is, I mean, you explained about the nerves. Your first one, going out qualifying, probably the first time sat on the grid, the stomach doing absolute hooplas in there and everything. But Stu was making that comment about, suddenly in the fight for a championship, and as the season goes on, you didn't start with a series where there's no championship to think about. You've gone straight into a championship. You're now in the hunt. How did that feel when you were looking at those points tables?
At first, it didn't really sink in. I was just there, just sort of taking the back seat, taking it as it comes, just learning as I go. When I started seeing the points pot up and a few pops at the end of the meetings and things, I'm going to try and go for this. I initially started with I'll just do a couple of meetings throughout the season, and I missed the first one at Conington. I actually never had an hard license, so I then joined in, and that was it. I caught the bug, should we say, and then continued to do every meeting for the rest of the season. And it was only the all-comers that I decided to build an office as well.
Yeah, you don't seem to be the only one that said that. I mean, that sounds to me like interesting advice that you'd give anyone, to be honest, that's suddenly in the hunt for a championship for the first time, is just don't overthink it, just take it, a race at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. when you're all barreling into the first corner of a race, having been a novice for the first season, I just, as it's been said by the other drivers, you're not going to win the race in the first corner. So all I ever told myself was I want to bring my car back in one piece and enjoy myself. And I certainly did that. At the end of every race, I had a smile on my face. So it's been good fun.
Oh, I love that. And a couple of comments. Kevin Swan says, "Gotta love a banger racing background." That is cool. It goes to show you can progress up through. Jamie Peters Ennis says, "Seeing Dave out on track, you would never have known it was first year racing. Drove superbly and stayed out of trouble. Doing it for the Wiltshire lads. Good man." That's what I like to hear. Where are you then, Dave, if you're a Wiltshire lad?
So I'm right by Stonehenge. I'm actually at Dorrington. So yeah, literally Stonehenge is on my doorstep.
So I guess Thruxton's your nearest circuit.
Yeah, Thruxton's closest. Yeah.
Whereas I'm nearer to Castle Combe because I'm Swindon, so I'm a little bit further north than you. So fair enough. Yeah, doing it for the Wiltshire lads. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stu Waite, Clive is a Wiltshire lad as well, so he was doing it before and all that. Do you, going back to a question we brought up earlier, do you work on the cars or do you just focus on the driving?
Yeah, no, solely do it myself, and with the help of my brother giving me some pointers on what I should be doing with the car. No, it's all me. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have nice workshop to drop it off to and pick it up when it's done. I have to spanner it myself. So much so at the Super Tour weekends, the second race, first race on the GP, my clutch broke. So I then spent the rest of the Saturday evening removing the gearbox, borrowing and stealing and driving around to Heathrow where we managed to locate a clutch. Then managed to fit a clutch. I think I got back to Brands about midnight from some very close friends of mine drove me to Heathrow and back. Fitted it and managed to get out for Sunday, which Sunday race managed to go and win, which was my first outright win for Road 3, which was really good.
Oh wow, that kind of makes it. You got an extra reward level for that then in your heart. I would imagine it feels even more satisfying.
It made the struggle worthwhile, should we say? Yeah. Rolling around on your back on axle stands trying to fit a clutch. You definitely reap the benefits when you win the race.
Super touring power does bring that out in people, doesn't it? They put that little extra effort in by the looks of it. Interesting cars that you get to compete against as well. I do love the Prio 3 class. There's some absolute belters in that.
Yeah.
They're not as good as your Beamer, obviously. Not as good as your Beamer.
Of course. Nothing's as good as a BMW. But no, the Civics and stuff, they are quick. They are quick cars. It is hard to sort of keep on the pace with them and sort of try and get past them and dispatch them. But it takes a lot of doing in myself. There's probably a lot of time I can probably make up. Just in driving ability, and that's all it is really. The car's probably got a load more in it, but it's just me.
That's worrying for everyone else to know there's even more to come. What's the plans for the car over the winter?
Not a great deal really. It's pretty much all there. I've done a very reliable season with it, minus the clutch failure, but nothing really. Maybe just a little tidy up in a few areas, and that's about it really. So.
Are you going to come back to defend the title?
I think so. I will definitely be back next year. Good
man. That's what I like to hear. Final question then, the same one that I ask everyone. Favourite win of the year?
It's got Brands.
I thought
me and John Hillier had a fantastic battle. It was brilliant. And his estate car, once he is going, and once he's sorted out the little teething issues with it, he's flying. It's a quick car, so
of course that's the black estate BMW, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's bonkers. That is mad. But I suppose that's the great race plus the emotional side of getting it back out there again as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're over the moon with that. So made it all worthwhile.
Absolutely amazing. I think I missed the fact that I hadn't clocked it was your first race season. So even bigger congratulations for that one, and a
Thank you very much.
phenomenal job. There we go. Trevor Cave says, "Well done, son." So you got the family watching as well. That's what I like
Yeah.
to hear. Congratulations on the victory. I trust we're going to see you picking up the silverware at the awards night.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Good man. I look forward to sharing a beer with that one. What a debut season! Incredible stuff. Well done, Dave, and thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Cheers, bud. We didn't think we were going to have this guy, but he has shown up. It is going to be the boss champion. It's the last of our guests because the final one we will just show the. In fact, I will just very quickly do it now because two guests that we would have had. Ricky he can't be here. Rosie, we got the picture of Rosie though, won the historic Thunders. So congratulations to Ricky, and of course a big supporter of the club as well, isn't he, Stu?
Yeah. Very much so, yeah. And, he sponsors the Historic Thunder Championship, and we thank you for that. And obviously, well done in winning the championship that you sponsor.
Absolutely.
So, look forward to seeing him. And he's already got his tickets for the award tonight, so we shall see him on the glorious 14th.
Legend, and I do love that car. I think it's just an absolute stunning beast, and it sounds incredible as well. So glad that he's going to be there. The other person who's not able to join us tonight, the winner of the Super Tourers Championship in the TC3 class, he won that class and the outright. Roger Stamford, amazing piece of kit, and a real champion of never think it's too late to race.
No, not at all. I did speak to Roger earlier, but he wasn't keen on doing it. He did thank me, and he thanked everybody else within the club for all their support and all the for organising the events. Roger's raced and supported the club long time before I was ever racing, that's for sure. And he was talking about being sort of upbeat and talking about racing the Cortina again next season.
Wow.
Finally being painted. So it'd be wonderful to see him back out in that car. But yeah, a real support of the club and part of the foundation of the club, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, I love seeing him there. He is a legend. So well done, Roger, for that one as well. So obviously it does mean I go back to this guy who is here with us, and we're going to have a chat with the champion of the Boss Series in that very, for me, infamous Fiesta. Let's have a chat with Tim Mizzen.
Hello.
Hello,
Good
sir.
evening, gents.
Thank you so much for joining us, mate, because I know you've had to dart back for this one, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, been at Wilton Mill with Molly all day, so it's been a bit hectic, and got back about half an hour ago, and yeah, just tired now.
Love it. I don't know why that changed there. That should have stayed with that one. What's going on? It's not allowing me to put you in the middle one there. There we go. That's better. Awesome job winning the championship this year. You feel like a mainstay to me. You're always out there with that Fiesta fighting hard. But did you know that you could win the outright championship?
No, you hope. You can never take it for granted. I think it's just understated. Turn up, prepare your car properly, try and make sure it's fit for purpose, drive around, try and win your class and gather points, and that's all you can do, isn't it? It's but it's been a really good season.
Yeah, absolutely. Hence, we've got. Why does it keep changing? I don't know why it's doing that. Jason Lavender says, Jason Lavender says, congratulations, Tim. So well deserved. And for goodness sake, what's doing this for? Hunt Boy says, congratulations, Tim. Fantastic job. Oh, on a previous comment, I will put this up. Paul Down says, my first memory of Roger was him racing against Phil Manser in pre-66s. Do you remember that, Stu?
I do. I've been around that long.
I was worried that I was going to offend you. Then you know me, I get over it very quickly and go for it anyway.
It's fine. I've run there then, that's for sure.
Tim, I mean, how has the year gone? I mean, it didn't look like it started off perfectly at Donington Bar, first race of the year.
No, Donington was a bit. The first race was really wet on the Saturday, and we went out, and I knew that one of the things I'd always needed to do on the car was fit a heated screen, but just never ever had the time to do it. So I found this fancy film stuff that was advertised with Demon Tweaks, and I thought, that's good, I'll just use that. It's a cheap fix, and it does not work. So if anyone's thinking of buying this stuff, don't. It's about 7 laps into the race, and I literally could not see a thing, to the extent that when I did decide enough was enough, I nearly missed the pit entrance pulling in.
Ooh.
So so we had to we lost that one, and luckily Sunday was dry, no fog up, and we did well.
That's not how you want to race, is it?
Oh no, definitely not. But it's kind of poor preparation, isn't it? Because we all know what happens when it rains, and you should be prepared for it. So, yeah. Yeah,
the joys. I always find it funny with you racers is that we're building up to the start of the new season, and then you get about a week before and go, oh, I better get the car ready.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah, I think it was. I think literally 2 weeks before the first race, and I took it out the garage and washed it. It was,
It does, is always the way. It does make me chuckle. But it looks like it was a bookender of a season, because you finished with only the 2 points as well, the very last race at Silverstone as well.
Yeah, that's it. For some reason, my throttle cable and we're still not 100% sure how it happened, but for some reason during the race, it kind of worked itself to a stage where it wasn't returning to fully shut, and it was staying open literally about a millimetre, but with no load on the engine and the gearbox, it was enough to make it just give maximum revs, which changing up the Hanger Straight, fantastic. Changing down into some of the slower corners, it's very, very sketchy. And we just had to. I just had to pull it off. It was one of those, but not a great way to end the season. But it's been.
But it didn't matter
anyway. No,
it didn't matter, because everything in between was just pure domination, wasn't it? By the looks of it.
Yeah. It's been a good year.
Yeah, it was. Every other race was the victory, wasn't it? So, and how long have you been racing that Fiesta for?
When did I come back? I think this is my 4th season back. So I came back and having had a 12-year break, and
oh really? Wow.
Yeah, and the first season was kind of just the car was. It's taken me 12 years to build a car, so the car was out the box the first season back. I'd completely forgotten how to drive a race car. The car had a few teething problems, and then second year, it actually towards the end of the second year, we started to be friendly with each other, and the car was doing well. And we had some good results, and
I think if your surname's Mizzen, you seem to want to race Fiestas. Nick Mizzen says, "Evening all, congratulations, Tim, brother from another mother."
It's quite funny because I have actually got a brother called Nick, and we used from back in the day, I'm talking like the late 90s, when I used to go to Coombe and see Nick race and see Nick out in his Rover Tomcat.
Yep.
And that was so I've known of Nick for quite some time. It was quite interesting when my older brother Nick came to Coombe to watch me, and
Yeah, Nick's a lovely guy, one of the nice guys of a paddock, and it does seem to be that you've got to be in a Fiesta though these days. He's not in the Tomcat anymore; it's the Fiesta. No. Always brightly coloured as well, because both of you have got brightly coloured Fiestas at that.
Yeah, you've got to have a bright car, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with my eyesight.
I always get the impression though that they're good handling cars.
They are really, really good. And I think everybody sets them up differently. I mean, I like mine nice and spongy on the front, but I like the rear of it almost solid, which is sketchy for a few laps until the tyres warm up. But once it warms up, it for me it's in perfect balance. But then there's other drivers have got in a car that's set up the same as mine, and they say it's undrivable. So
Wow.
You know, everybody likes their car set up a different way, don't they?
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And that solid is probably why you end up on 3 wheels as well, because Jamie Peters-Ennis says Tim was mega this year, proper giant killer in the Fiesta. Looking forward to taking more photos of his car on 3 wheels next year.
Yeah.
The age-old cock in a leg.
Yeah, that's it. And I think that's it. It's because the back's so stiff and the front's quite soft. It does just generally cock a wheel, and it handles obviously quite well. So why change it? It's yeah, it gets a bit scary round Coram sometimes, but you know.
Yeah, tough. That's the part of the fun of it. So 12-year break. So you were racing before that, though.
Yeah, I actually raced in Boss. That was my last year of racing. So my daughter Molly came along, and that was it. No more money or time for racing. So sold the car, sold all the stuff. That's it. Don't like racing anymore. Get rid of it. But you can't stay away, can you? And I had that shell in the garage, and 12 years later, slowly but surely. It was funny because a lot of the parts that failed on that car when I first raced it were brand new, but they were 8-10 years old from where they'd been purchased, and then just sat around in the workshop. And it's brilliant. So
warranty had expired.
Yeah, it's quite a testament to the series though to race in Boss, give up, have 12 years off, and then come back to the same championship with the same club. It's, you know,
it does say it all, doesn't it? It really does. I hope that doesn't. Obviously, I know Molly's getting very much into her karting. I hope that isn't going to take you away from us again.
At the moment, the jury's out on that one, Chris, I have to say, because trying to do both, I'm not going to lie, it's brutal. This year we've had 34 race weekends away from home, and even to the fittest young person with a shed load of money, that would still stretch them, I think. So, the jury's out. I mean, we've got varying kind of deals in the pipeline for Molly. If Molly gets sponsorship, all being well, I'll come and do a few. But the chances of me doing every single round are minimal, if at all. So,
and the only reason why I brought that one up, with I suspected the answer was not one that we would want to hear, is that I love the fact that the story of the fact that you raced, including in the Boss, you took a break because of having a youngster born. Come back and you're racing, you've won the championship, you've now got that daughter that took you away from us in the first time is now getting some serious success in karting with a promising career ahead of her that might rob us of you at least going for a championship again. But it is this racing that got you that bug, that got you to give that bug to your daughter as well.
Exactly that. And my son Todd Hawkins, he races so in the red ST. So and he'll be racing next year, so I'll be around because I prep his car as well. So one way or another, I'll be around. So we're going to the club dinner. I will and I will kind of register for the championship, and if opportunity arises, I will be out again. So it's not it's not quite a mic drop just yet.
Excellent.
Fair enough. And you'll be in the Race of Champions as well, don't forget, at the awards.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And now I know that the format is to actually not try and pedal it and just pick it up and run around with it between your legs. That's actually
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
That reminds me, actually, I need to go and check the scrutiny in them out of the loft because they've been up there since January.
By the way, anybody that's watching this has heard us mention this multiple times and go, "What are you on about?" They are these. What do you call them, Stu?
They just ride along pedal. They're little kids' pedal cars out of Smith's Toys.
But not even pedal, are they? They're literally, you sit on them and then you're pushing them, and they're all different colours and designs, and they go all the way around the outside of the function room or the outside of the tables and chairs, with me fully commentating, and yes, I'm sure it surprises you that I get into the spirit of it as well and get quite excited by it. And it's after all the awards have been done, Racer Champions, and we find out who is the champion of champions of 2025 from that race. So yeah, there you go. It's vital. It is an absolutely vital part of the season, without question. And I'll have no one say anything other than that.
It is a bit of a health and safety nightmare. But
no,
it is a bit, I must admit, I do stand there and just kind of take a deep breath and think, please, let this just be all right.
Yeah, no
potential for broken bones.
Yeah, that's why there's no footage of it anywhere, and never will be. Yeah. Chris Collier says it's the Classic Touring Car Racing Club version of Crazy Kart. By the sounds of it, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is absolutely brilliant. Tim, same question I asked everybody. Favourite win of the year?
I think favourite would have to be Snetterton. The car was absolutely flying, and same car as last year at Snet. Done a few bits off track, try and hone your skills, and went to Snetterton. Exactly the same car, same conditions. And we went 2 seconds a lap faster, and everything came together at that meeting. And yeah, it just when everything gels, it just puts a smile on your face.
Love it. And I can. You almost took me there. I was there. I was at Snetterton in my head. Then you took me to it, where it just felt like a golfer probably feels when they hit it straight down the fairway. It just felt absolutely perfect, and I love that one. Well, Adam Moore says, congratulations to you all. Oh, and incidentally, by the way, I put up the comment that was Paul Down saying his first memory of Roger was in racing against Phil Manser in pre-66. John Corker's actually said that was in 66.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, my days.
Is he winding him up?
He's winding him up, yeah.
All right, then. See, Corker, you causing me trouble again. Your card's marked, I tell you now. Interesting, we're talking about the Racer Champions. James Ibbotson has said he does have some footage of that, and it's pretty wild, including Anthony Reid doing a somersault pretty much, I believe was what was seen there. So I absolutely love it. It's just... Tim, I mean, as we're finishing up with you and sort of talking about how you've been, gone, come back, definitely at the awards, you're not going to disappear, even if the racing takes a bit of a backseat for you personally, you still aren't disappearing. The paddock, Classic Touring Car Racing Club, the racing is exciting, the cars are out of this world, but the paddock is a really sociable place.
Yeah, I can say it's 100%. And we said the same thing. I mean, I wasn't racing at the all-comers race at Brands, but went along to support Todd, and everyone's always happy and smiling. It's just like-minded people with the same hobby, and wherever you go, there's banter. Someone's got a laugh. Someone's always got a story. If you're into your cars and you like racing, who wouldn't want to be there? It's just a fantastic place to be, and I know Ricky said it when he was interviewed when we did the thing at the all-comers race as well. And everyone feels the same. I think it's just a great place to be.
It really is. It really is. And that does include, I do remember vividly, Big Dog, when we were at last year's Super Tour in Power, and Colin, I was going to say and Sonia, but I think actually it was Colin and at least one of their boys just kept double parking me in the Kentigan all night desperately, and he admitted to try and get me to have to commentate on the Sunday with a hangover.
I think you did as well, didn't you?
I didn't have the hangover, mate. I was a proper trooper. I kept drinking them, but I commentated. But I was right as rain. In fact, I was ready to go again, mate.
Glad one of us was.
Yeah, semi-pro drinker, but that's not a boasting thing, is it? Really, to be honest with you. But there we go. But it just shows the fun, the spirit that is amazing, and it's fair to say that's what the spirit for anybody who's not been to the end of season awards. Look, even if you haven't got trophy, come along. Hopefully all class winners are going to be there as well as the outright champions, because it is genuinely a fabulous party and a great way to sort of say goodbye to the 2025 season and see in the 2026, and it's a romantic way to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Nothing says I love you like a night at a classic touring car party, does it?
Exactly. So absolutely brilliant. Tim, huge congratulations, 2025 Boss Champion. Congratulations on that. Big Dog, huge congratulations to you and the whole team for putting on an incredible 2025.
Thank you to everybody, the whole committee, Colin, Sonia, Adam, Sam, Simon, Andy, and Mr. Chollerton with his barbecue, everyone who's in the background, Steve Chapman, all the Clarks, everyone, of course the Orange Army, and of course you, Mr. Dawes, for everything you do for us with this podcast. We all really appreciate everything, all of our sponsors. All we have is love, and without everybody, this army of people that are actually in the background that run this, it wouldn't happen. So thank you for all of us, and we'll see you soon.
Perfect mic drop moment. Guys, thank you to all of our guests. Well done to the champs. Thank you for those words, Stuart. Thank you to the team. And I really can't wait to be at your awards and hopefully be at multiple race meets with you guys next year. But from the 2025 champions of the Classic Touring Car Racing Club, it's been great to catch up with you all. Cheers all. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.